Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I'm kind of getting a late start on my video. I ran into a buddy this morning that I don't get to catch up with very often, and I figured we'd just talk for a few minutes, and we got yapping for about 2.5 hours. So got back here to the house, was running late, but had sun, so I had to get some vitamin D for the day. So yeah, I'm running really late today. I'm kind of off here. Usually I've got more stuff accomplished by this time of day, but I've had plenty to eat so far, and I'm going to cool down a little bit, do this video, and then probably do a little bit of yoga in a little bit. I've been on this kind of train. Actually, the last few days I've been noticing numbers. I've been paying attention to some statistics and numbers when it comes to videos and YouTube channels that I'm watching and coming across, just to kind of see trends. Like I say, today's video is just going to kind of be like, you know, I'm always sharing my process and just thoughts that are going through my head and the way that I do things and the way that I gather my information. Now, this isn't, just let me go ahead and say before I start, I'm not telling you this with any conclusions for you, or you need to do this or you need to do that. Just bringing some things up that you might go, that you haven't thought of that before, because I've started noticing some numbers that I haven't really thought of before. Most of like I say, it's very keen to know why you're watching your YouTube channels too. Like I say, don't get me wrong, and I will be the first person to tell you, I waste endless amounts of time on YouTube. I get you know, I jump from here to here to here to here to here. I watch videos on all kind of nonsense when I have time. But I always know what I'm watching, why I'm watching, and I'm not, you know, the lines aren't crossing and I'm not fooling myself. When I go for, oh, and here's another one I can work in, a little kind of cliche there. You know, they say size doesn't matter. Does that matter when it comes to a YouTube channel too? What I'm getting at here is, what I started noticing is a lot of the people that I watch, whether I watch them regularly or just catch them every once in a while, and the people that I come across that I don't really watch but I'm aware of their numbers, it's entertainment, it's marketing, a lot of it. I mean, you know, so what I'm getting at is, know what you're watching, and like the bigger channels are not necessarily your best information all the time. I wrote down a few places here where I feel like I'm really getting good knowledge, or I've always gotten good knowledge, and Tanny Raw's at the top of that list. I've gotten basically the outline for how I do the raw vegan lifestyle from her. Now, she's had issues. She's had health issues, so she does it out of necessity a bit cleaner than me. She can eat some things that I do, but basically the diagram, the fruit, the greens, the seeds, the fruit through the day, the savory at night, you know, I've gotten like a ton of my information from her, and basically I've modeled a good bit of the way that I do this lifestyle from her. Well, I'm looking at her channel, and her information is invaluable. She's got the recipes. She's got more recipes than you can shake a stick at, but she's not, in the numbers wise, she's not up there. I'm like, wow, she should be about 10 times bigger, 10 times the views on her channel, as opposed to other ones that I'm seeing that I'm like, okay, they got that good gimmick over there, and not knocking that person, because I've done that in my last 2 jobs, marketing online and coming up with little things, how to, you know, through social media and whatever. That's fun. So I'm into that kind of stuff, but I can tell the difference too. I can tell the people that are savvy at marketing, keywording, all that SEO stuff, search engine optimization stuff, opposed to somebody like that that's just giving you a lot of good information. So I've got Tanny Raw at the top of the list, and I'm going to put links for these people down below. As I'm laying out in the sun this morning, I'm watching and I think I shared before, I think I don't know if it's one person, I think her name's Michelle, but the channel's The Fruit Doctor. Just in the last, the last day I laid out was 2 days ago, watched this series on cancer relating to vegans, why Steve Jobs died. Everything else I've seen on the Steve Jobs angle has been bullshit. It's been nothing but marketing, grabbing attention. This actually kind of gave an explanation of that situation, and I like her channel. And her channel's not big at all. Her channel should be blowing up because she's got a lot of good factual information on there. She's become one of my great sources, like Like, I save a lot of her videos and go back and watch them a couple of times because there's just a lot of good fact in there. The Raw Advantage, Chris Kendall. I was thinking about that the other day. He's big, like in the retreat world. Everybody knows him, but he's not all that big on YouTube. But Chris, solid guy. Lots of information. Not so much ego there. I should have reached out to see him a little bit more and put a little bit more effort into it back when he was in Costa Rica for 3 months. Very real guy, too. I just want to throw that in there. I've reached out to him a few times. Every time I've ever written him, he's written back in a timely manner. Good guy, good information, not a huge YouTuber. I started looking at the numbers on his videos, and I'm like, wow. You know, there's just not, I can't believe that. Another one that's great for information. Now the channel's a little bit bigger. You do get more hits. I think I saw he averaged about 30,000 per video, which isn't big though when you get into those channels that do the sensationalism and the gimmicks, but he hits around 30,000 a video. And Dr. Greger's information is, it doesn't matter whether you're a raw vegan, high carb vegan, the principles are there. You watch Dr. Greger's stuff and you're gonna understand a lot about this lifestyle. He's just one of the pillars. Like, you know, you listen to, you read and hear T. Colin Campbell stuff, Dr. Esselstyn. Well, you got Dr. Greger too. And then the last person I've got down there is Plant-Based Athlete. Now, Plant-Based Athlete, he curates content a lot like I do, only he's better at it. He shares a lot of stuff of Dr. Greger's, and he has a lot of short informational videos that hit straight to the point and get into the basic nutrition, and it's not all this, you know, raw versus this and that. It's not all the, what I call, I'm not into the TMZ bullshit. There's a lot of this whole high carb vegan world that is really just all excuse me. You know, if you're from other countries, if you're not familiar with TMZ, TMZ is just like some tabloid fluff. It's a channel on TV. It's usually about Kardashians and the most shallow stuff in society. Well, there's a lot of stuff like that in the raw vegan, high carb vegan world. And a lot of the videos you just got to wade through are nothing but drama and that kind of stuff, but they get a lot of the hits. So the takeaway from this is bigger isn't always better. And also know how you're spending your time on YouTube. Watch what you want to watch. I'm going to, and I watch nonsense. Full disclosure, I watch nonsense. I watch stuff that most people would say wasting your time. I watch stuff that people say, well, you shouldn't put that negativity. I watch gangster rap. I see violence. I have videos with violence. Doesn't affect me, but I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm watching. And when I want to get information on this lifestyle, and when I've wanted to get information on this lifestyle, I'm serious and I have sources that I want to go straight to the heart of the matter. I don't need to know who's doing what and what little cutesy is saying something about this one. I don't know who made who cry over here. I don't need any of that stuff. If you do, you do. Just know what you're watching and why you're watching it. Because there's some good channels out there with a lot of good information. And that sun time where I lay out every day, I try to fill my head. And I always try to put on something good like that. You know, in my sun time today, I listened to a Tanny Raw video and I listened to 2 of the Fruit Doctor videos. And I would highly recommend that you go in and watch those. I'm just going to put her channel down there, but they're her most recent videos or series. Go into the Fruit Doctor and watch that set of videos on Steve Jobs. It's really good stuff. Anyhow, hope you guys like this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you're almost ready for the end of the week. One more day, and it's the weekend. See you guys. Peace.